Dear friend, welcome to the video lecture on operations on matrices using Scilab. In this video tutorial, you will be able to learn about the various operations such as summing, finding smallest, finding largest, sorting the elements within the row and the column matrices. We can also learn about how to add, subtract, and multiply two matrices. And we can also learn how to access the various elements and how to extract the submatrices from the given matrix. We learn about squaring the elements of the given matrix, and we will be able to find the inverse, eigen, rank, norm, determinant, trace of the matrices. We also learn about how to concatenate the matrices, and we end the video lecture with transposing a matrix. Let us open the Scilab now. So this is the Scilab console. So here we try to see some basic operations on row and column matrices. So operations on row and column matrices. So we take a row matrix 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let us consider. So this is the row matrix, and we take a column matrix 1 minus 2, then 3, then 9, and all the elements are separated by semicolon so that they will be arranged vertically. Right now we just look for the summation, maximum value, minimum value, length, and everything. So min of the matrix A is 1, then min of the column matrix B is minus 2, then max value of matrix A is 4, and max value of matrix B is 9. Then length of matrix A is 4, and length of matrix B is again 4. Then sum of elements within row matrix is 10. Then sum of elements in the column matrix B are 11. So this way we can generate or perform various operations on row and column matrices. Then we go for matrix addition subtraction on m by n matrices. So we try to see the operations on m by n matrices. So let us consider matrix A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 2 by 3 matrix. Also let us take matrix B with the same dimensions, then 7, 8, 9, then 1, then 2, then 3. These are the elements. Now we just wanted to add these two matrices. So here we get 8, 10, 12, 5, 7, 9. So when we go for C equal to A plus B, the elements which are in the corresponding positions with respect to each other will be added. That means the first element in matrix A, the first element in matrix B will be added, and we can get the result in C matrix. Then the second element is 4 in matrix A, the second element is 1 in matrix B, then 4 and 1 will be added and you will get 5. Then fourth element, then fifth, then third element, then fourth element, fifth and sixth elements will get the answer in the same manner. We can also go for the subtraction of these matrices. So here D equal to A minus B. So here we can get the result as minus 6, minus 6, minus 6, 3, 3, 3. At the same time, we can also multiply a matrix with a scalar. So let us consider the resultant vector is E, and we are multiplying a scalar 2 with the matrix A. So here what do we get? The 2 will be multiplied with each and every element of the matrix A, and we get the result as 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And the same thing can also be multiplied with 3. 3 is a scalar quantity, and we can multiply that 3 to a vector b. So here 21, 24, 27, 3, 6, 9 that we can get. Now we can also go for multiplication of the matrices. So here we consider the resultant matrix as G. Now the matrix multiplication is A star then B. So here we got the error. Why? Because whenever we go for the matrix multiplications, their dimensions must be matched. So here the dimensions are not matched. So in order to match those dimensions, then we have to take other matrices here. Now the matrix A is a 2 by 3 matrix here. So 2 rows and 3 columns. Then we consider another matrix. Let us consider that an H, which is having 3 rows and 2 columns. So 1, then 2, first column, 3, then 4, second column, then 5 and 6. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2 is the first row, 3, 4 is the second row, and 5, 6 is the third row. Then we have 3 rows and 2 columns. Now we will multiply. So where G is the resultant vector, A multiplied with H. So here the dimensions of the matrices are matched, and we got the result as 22, 28, 49, and 64. Now we will see how to access the various elements in the given matrix. So let us take a matrix of 3 by 3 size. Let us consider 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. So it is a 3 by 3 matrix. Now I just want to access the first element. Then I have to type A of 1, 1. So that gives me the value as 1. And this can also be accessed with A of 1. That is a single index also. So A of 1 will give me 1. And even if I go for A of 3, where I can get the value of 7, right? And the 7 can also be accessed as A of, the 7 is there in the third row and first column. So third row, comma, then first column, 1. So it is 7. This way also we can access the various elements. Now I wish to access the single element 8. So 8 is present in third row and second column. So A of third row, comma, second column, so that I can access the element 8. I can also extract the submatrices from the given matrix. Now let us want to access the submatrix 5, 6, 8, 9. Then the 5, 6, 8, 9 are covered in second row and third column, second row and the third row, and second column and third column. So there I can write second row to third row, comma, second column to third column. So that way I can access the elements 5, 6, 8, 9. Now if I want to delete any row from the given matrix, for example, I want to delete the 7, 8, 9. This row has to be deleted. So in order to do that, so I have to take the third row and 3 columns, because they are distributed like that. Then A of third row, then 3 columns, that is 1, 2, 3, or also we can type entire columns. Then we can access this. So after accessing this, we have to keep the result to null, so that will be deleted. Now see, previously it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. Now that 7, 8, 9 is deleted. Only we get the result as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this we can reduce, or we can delete the rows and columns from a given matrix. Now if we don't know about the size of the matrix, but we want to print out the last column and the last row, so the other way to do that is type A. Then I just want to print the last column, that is 3, 6. So 3, 6 covered in first row and second row, that is 1, 2, 2, or all the rows are considered here. Like this also we can type. Then the last column is indicated with the dollar symbol in Scilab. So here I can access 3, 6. Now I want to access only the first row, then I have to type the first row, comma, and that first row contains all the elements in a column. So type colon here, then I can get 1, 2, 3. And to represent the entire matrix, then I have to type A of colon. So what this colon operator will do is it go for linear indexing. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there, no? Now it goes for linear indexing. That means 1, 4, then 2, 5, then 3, 6. 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. So this way also I can represent all the elements in a linear index manner. So this is the way of accessing the various elements within the given matrix, as well as to extract the submatrices from that. Let's clear the screen again. Let us take a 2 by 2 matrix. So it is a 2 by 2 matrix, 2 rows and 2 columns. Now we would like to square those elements of the matrix A. Then what we have to do is type A, then dot, then cap, then square, right? So here what is happening is that the elements which are there within the given matrix A, those elements will be multiplied with them, and we get the square of that particular elements as a result. If you want to cube them, then A dot, then cap, then type 3, then we get cube of all those values. So 1 cube is 1, 4 cube is 1 cube is 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64. So this way we can also multiply the elements with them, and we can also go for array multiplication, that is A dot star A. It is equal to A square, that is previously we have done. So A dot cap 2 is nothing but A dot star A. So here again we get the same result. So this is one of the way of representing that matrix. Let's clear the screen. Again we take a matrix to see other operations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 3 by 3 matrix. For this matrix we can find out the inverse. So inverse of A we have to type, then we can get the inverse of a matrix for that. We can also find out the rank of the given matrix. So rank of A, then we can get the rank as 2. Then we can also find out the eigenvalues. So in order to find out the eigenvalues, we have to use command spec spec. So spec of A, then we can get the eigenvalues for that. And also we can find out the norm of that matrix, given matrix. So norm of A, then also we got the value. We can also determine the determinant of that matrix A. So here D stands for a decimal, that is 10. So minus 9.516 into 10 power minus 16. That is the meaning of that value. Then we can also find out the trace of the given matrix A. So that is the trace, that is 15. Now we can also find out the transpose of a matrix. So if we look at the matrix A, that is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements. When we apply the transpose to this A matrix, then 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9 we get. Let us check the answer. So I will consider the matrix as B, resultant matrix as B, then A, then single quote I have to type for indicating the transpose. So B equal to A transpose, then I get 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. So this way we can also apply the transposition of a matrix. If you feel this video lecture is informative, please do like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. And this gives me immense pleasure to create more technical videos. Thank you for listening.